Hey, welcome back. I am in Zero today. We're gonna go over some mining. So, first thing, excuse me, in Zero, it's obviously very unsafe to mine. So, yeah, what I would do is first thing is we can give you a venture for free, and then make sure you insure your venture. Obviously, go to your insurance, get your insurance on the venture, right? Sure, yes. Go to platinum, just pay it. Okay, cool. Insured. All right, so let's go over fittings. So this is not high sec, so you can't like go full retard and just do everything about mining, right? So that means like you can have some mining lasers. We recommend Tech One or something that doesn't use too much CPU. You're gonna need a shield booster probably, maybe not. There's some rats, and then as time goes along, you can start, upgrading your mining ship, get a Tech 2 mining frigate out here, maybe, whatever. But at the beginning, use a cloaking device. I have a improved Tech 2 on here. I would recommend for someone that's new, we'll give you a venture that has a prototype on it and just some mining lasers and stuff. And it'll just have combat drones, so you can protect yourself. And like I said, you can swap them out later for mining drones when you feel more comfortable. But at the beginning, we want to be more PvP oriented. We're gonna have group mining ops out here. So you'll learn how to mine safely in those group mining ops, hopefully. But I'm just going to show you kind of in this video what you can do out here in the pocket. So yeah. So let's go to the trusty Dotland map. Okay. No, thank you, ad. All right. So we live in this pocket right here with the nice black circles. You've hopefully watched the other video on how to get out here. So you know how to get out here. And you can mine all throughout here. There's missions, but I'll go into how to mine in a mission right now, which is safer. And so if you want the low end ores, that's how you mine for that. The ice belt is in DUV. DUV. You can see there's a glare crust, dark glitter, thick blue ice, 14 belts plus 1. There's not that many jumps, so it's very safe. There's not that many missions. Most of the NPCs killed are usually from missions, unless like a big alliance moves down here. And you can see it's a 41. It's very, very chill. So anyways, you do your thing out here. Start mining out of here, whatever. And we'll buy your minerals. So an EFF 36 next door to this is a mining order usually. And sometimes we have buy orders here too in this station. But usually it's GANR that we buy your minerals, but it depends. So look out for that. So first things first, there's level 1 missions here, and I'm going to go into that and more in another video, kind of, but not so well. We'll get there later. But for now, what I'm going to do is go to my character sheet. And let me make sure I go back on this here. So on the character sheet, you can go to interactions and you can look Caldari state, right? Hit show info. And we've been running missions for CBD, so you probably noticed on the previous screen I have ridiculous my CBD. Well, this character's probably not that high. 8.8. The other character's higher. So it's pretty good. I got pretty high CBD standing. So CBD standing actually lowers your standing with the Syndicate, which is the group out here. So like if you look, Caldari State. Oh, that's changed. Okay, that must be with the interesting. So that has changed with the recent Faction Warfare update. So the more you run Caldari States, the more the Syndicate will like you. So by you coming out here to 0, there's a likelihood that you can run the missions for the Syndicate already, at minimum the level 1s, maybe even up to level 3s. So keep that in mind. And the Amar do not like the Syndicate. So if you start running too many missions in Amar High Sec, they will lower your Syndicate standings. But running Syndicate missions will not lower your Amar standings. So we can always go back to Aridia. Okay? So just make sure you keep that relationship in mind. It will, however, lower some of your other high sec standings by running missions out here for the Syndicate, so keep that in mind if you are going to do it. I do it. So your Khanate Kingdom, which is a small region in the south of Amar, will not like you. And obviously the Galente and the Mimitar will not like you, which is already something that happens when you run Caldari missions, so that's probably not an issue. But the Amatar, which is an Eastern Amar region, that's the occupied Mimitar region, will not like you. So do keep that in mind. That will kind of curtail you in HiSec. And then there is two systems owned by Concord. Where's Concord? It's in here somewhere. Right here. Concord Assembly. That is not to be mistaken with the Concord that comes in and stops you from shooting somebody. That's a different type of Concord. This is just the faction, the mission faction, which doesn't have agents anymore, but they do have two systems and a lot of stations, so you will lower your standings by running. Oh, well, I guess you don't anymore. Interesting. You used to. So I am, as someone who's played E for a long time, some things do change. Okay, so what I have done, I'm gonna go into this a little bit in this video later, but why is the agent? Oh, right here. Weirding me out a little bit. Okay, so this is the level 1 agent, and I've already talked to him with Phoenix, and I've gotten the mission, right? So you start talking to him, and he's got a list mission here, Concord and DUV5Y. So you would accept this mission, right? And you would go in there with your frigate or destroyer, probably. You probably hopefully have a frigate or destroyer out here. If you do not, you can move one from Aridia using a cloaked hauler, or you can get one from Alice out here. We'll try to sell you one. And then you fit it up for level 1 missions, right? Just like you do in Aridia. So, you fit the ship, and then you go into this mission, and you kill most of the rats. Now, there's a guide on the internet. I will try to find it, maybe link it in the description. But there's a guide out there, and you can look up all the different missions that are level 1, and you can find what asteroids they have. They will actually have different asteroids, sometimes even rare, sometimes the same asteroids that you guys try to get in Jason and try to get yourself killed for. So, unlike Jason and HiSec, by the way, if you mine down here in 0 and you lose your venture, send us an email. As long as it's insured, we will give you some extra ISK to cover the modules, so you'll actually make money when you lose a venture. Not trying to incentivize you to lose more, but we're trying to help you out so you can be down here mining and not be mining in Aridia, because we really don't want you mining in Aridia. We don't PvP enough to use all the minerals usually. We just use them for battleships, and we don't really have mineral buy orders up a lot of times. People attack our stations out there, so we don't have a refinery always. So anyways, it's just kind of nicer to do it out here. So keep that in mind. We'll replace your mining frigate. Yeah, so back to your mission. So you run this mission. You go in there, you kill all of the rats. And then depending on how you kill the rats, sometimes you don't kill them all if you want the mission to not... if you want it to respawn, which is... You got to read the guide. It depends on the mission. But anyways, so we're going to head over there. And on the way over there, I'm going to show you guys some other stuff. So you obviously it's offered here, but like I told you, I've done the mission already on Phoenix. He went in with his other frigate. He blew up everything, and now I'm coming in with this. So you're going to undock. And the first thing you're going to notice is anomalies. So you have a large Mercoxit deposit. I'm going to warp into 100 here. You also have Arcanor Bistot, a small and a medium. So you can go mine those as well. And that's before running missions, right? So that's for the higher end minerals. So I'm just going to go in there real quick and hit the cloaking device. Now, a lot of the stuff out here, guys, it's group stuff. So you guys got to make friends. If the corp is inactive, help recruit. You know, don't just quit on us. It's a little joke. But seriously, like, we need to work together because, like, especially if you're a newer player, like you can see I've cloaked out here. But there's a nice ice ore belt out here. So you can click on the Mercoxit here and you can see you can get more fight out of it. And this stuff will sell, man. Like, you can make couple million ISK per tick on this. Just this roid right here is probably worth like 30 million or something or more. So you can see this whole belt will just make a lot of money. But you got to first come in here and kill these battleships. So you're going to have some friends, and the corp's going to have to, help you out. So these belts are out here. There's a lot of money to be made. So we're going to go ahead and move on. So we're going to go to I gotta undock Phoenix real quick so we can follow him actually. Do that while we talk. So I'll go to the other anomaly here. And keep in mind, this Astero, you know, it's pretty tanky fit. It's got combat drones, mining bonus, got a decent mining yield, and then it's got 2 bonus ship to warp core strength. So you really shouldn't die unless you're not paying attention, like, or you really hit a dumb bubble somewhere, which is possible. And you can see somebody either killed the rats in here and already mined, because there's no rats in here right now. But this is the other belt, and it's got Arcanor. So you could fly in here and start mining, and then, you know, just warp out when the battleships come in and get some friends or something. Or maybe I'm online, I can help you kill the rats. And yeah, so that you can do this, right? You can mine ore in the belt. But remember, anybody can easily come in the system, and as soon as they come in the system, they can just open their D-scan, and they will direct, especially if they have the good ship, their directional scan will be decent, they'll warp to the right spot, hit their D-scan once or twice, and then boom, your ship pops up here, and they're going to be like, ooh, he's in the Venture, and they're going to know right away, hey, you know what, all I got to do is right-click in space, boom, hit that little mining site, and he's probably going to be in there. So we got this guy here. There goes Phoenix. So, like this guy, right? Like, right now, we should not be doing this, by the way. I'm going to do something you should not do. So, right now, with this guy in local, you would turn around. You would fly right back to the gate. Oops, nope, not doing it. Flying back to the gate. And you would just get out of here. Because this guy's probably going to kill you. He might be running missions. You know, we can open our directional scan. I don't see anything right now. But I'm trying to record this video, so I'm going to obviously finish showing you guys what to do. But, like I said, if you're now in this anomaly, right? You're in this medium Arcanor belt, you're mining away. This dude can just easily warp to it, and you can just pop your ass, and it's over. And there's not much you can do. So, as soon as the neutral comes in like this, that doesn't have a blue box next to his name, like some of the other people that you guys know, you need to be warping out. All right. So you'll notice this is like a normal mission, right? So normal missions, there's 2 types. There's a mission that you just come into the complex, you just warp right in, boom, you're on grid, and there's the rats. You start shooting them, they start shooting you. There's other missions that have acceleration gates. Now, if you're going to mine out here and you want to do it safely, you should do the buddy system. Find someone else in Corp that can help you or has an alt. What you can do is you can park somebody outside this acceleration gate, outside the ring cloaked, and you can watch this gate. And the only way that somebody can come find you and kill you, like, again, I told you earlier, I can right-click on this belt and hit warp to 0 and just come kill you. You're dead. Because I'm going to warp in, you're going to be there, I'll fly right up to you, scramble you, it's over. But with the mission, I have to use combat probes. So I have to have a specialized ship, I got to come in, I got to launch the combat probes, I got to start scanning you, and then hopefully be able to warp to you. And then if I do warp to you, I'll come out more likely on the acceleration gate, and then have to use the acceleration gate to get to you. So it gives you like a whole extra layer of protection. And what you can do is, if you really want to be ballsy, you can hit your directional scan, and the probes are going to have to come in pretty close to you and position themselves, and they'll start coming up on your scanner. And that's when you'll know, hey, this guy's probing me with his combat probes. It's time to leave, or it's time to use my cloaking device. Like I said, general rule is right now with this guy just being here, you should just call it a night. All right, I'm gonna take a break for an hour, or you know what, he's been here for 3-4 hours. I'm sorry, like I know it's Saturday, or you know you've been working hard this week, but it's time to go back to Aridia and just run some missions or just do some mining there. You just gotta accept that sometimes. So I'm gonna go through the acceleration gate here. So in this mission I came in, I killed a couple rats on this first acceleration gate, like 3-4. They're frigates, easy to kill. You could do that with your drones, Tech 2s. I mean, I guarantee you, if you have semi-decent skills, you don't even need a destroyer to do it. You could just do it in this. And you can see as soon as I come in now, there's Kernite, Veldspar, all sorts of stuff here. And this will keep you busy for a while. And like I said, in Zero, it's kind of like the opposite of Aridia. You have a hard time finding the rare ore that you need. I'm sorry, you have a hard time finding the lower end, the low end ore, like Veldspar and all that is super rare out here. So when you get a level 1 mission that has Veldspar, you don't want to complete it. You want to just hold on to it and then come back and run missions in it. So again, always have a cloaking device, either on your Tech 2 mining frigate or your Tech 1. So if you go for the next room here, there'll just be rats. I killed them already, obviously, because I'm ready to turn the mission in. But there was no ore, so there was no ore in the second acceleration gate. So I've got Phoenix in here floating around like an idiot, giving my position away, by the way. So what I could do now is have him, as my friend, warp out. And the best thing to do is find someone who likes PvP, who wants to actually risk their life, or just get an alt. You know, if you have 2 computers, or you can set up a really crappy computer, just because you can get yourself a free non-plexed account as long as it's on another computer and run it to be your eyes. So you could just throw that on the acceleration gate and watch your back. Or if you have a decent job, you know what, just pay for another account. I alt tab between 2 accounts on one computer. I just bought it. All I did was buy a different screen, a bigger screen. So these are options. I know it's not maybe fancy like it is just, you know, like you maybe thought about, but it's nice. It does allow you to come out here and mine and kind of have peace of mind and just have someone orbiting that acceleration gate on the other side and just know that you can mine some ore and sell it locally and be out in Zero and do all sorts of cool stuff that a lot of people in Eve really don't do until they've been in Eve for a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and just risk this. I don't know where this guy is at, but we're gonna go ahead and hit the ice belt. It'll be the last thing I look at. So.
Warp drive active.
So yeah, remember, while you're mining, always orbit the asteroid. You know, don't stop moving. Don't turn on Netflix out in Zero. It's not allowed. Be on TeamSpeak. Make sure you watch the intel channels and always have the local tab open, so that way someone comes on local, you know what to do. Like I said, orbit the asteroid. And then if it gets too hot, start running missions instead, so in the mission you can mine. And then if that doesn't work out, just give up and jump back to Aridia for a day. The best nights to do mining out here is Tuesdays, Mondays. By Fridays and Saturdays, it gets pretty hectic with the different European time zones overlapping and people just staying up later. So this is the ice belt. Unlike in Aridia, you can see it's much bigger. It's also got a lot of dark glitter. So you can actually make 100% of the ice. And there's no Russians mining it. So with the exception of a guy locally trying to maybe kill you once in a while, the belt will always be here. Unlike, see, he's gone. So he's probably running missions anyways. So you could pretty much get away with mining out here. And the nice thing is this dark glitter, if you mine it in the mining frigate, guys, you get about 1 million ISK off of each unit. So if you mine enough out here and we set up a proper economy to buy it, heck man, you could be losing ventures all day. So this is the place to be for you miners. Like, I know Aridia is a good spot for backup, like when something goes wrong out here, but you're gonna make more money out here, you're gonna have more fun, and yeah. And like I said, go up to the asteroid, orbit it, you know, at your clicks, and then at the same time, every so often, if someone's in local, if in the mission, you know, you have your directional scan, you hit the scan button every so often. See, it'll show you stuff if it's within range, like a Galente tower and a corporate hangar, and then like, oh, there's this guy's ship coming in to find me. If you don't see anything, he's probably got a cloaked ship. So, you know, if he's in local, you know, again, don't do anything. So yeah, we're gonna head back. I'm gonna show you one more thing here. I'm gonna warp to the nullsec blue belt. And yeah, different belts spawn out here. You got nullsec rare belts, you got border belts, you have ice belts, you got belts for missions. The mission belts also vary, you know. So. See? See, this is what he was doing. He was killing the rats in this belt. Interesting. So you can see this is a belt right here. It's got 92 pyrite. And, yeah. This is there's some crocite here. See? So it's a nice place to be. Like I said, I prefer to mine in missions most of the time out here, but I do sometimes hit up these belts. So yeah, I hope this video is informative. And once you have the ore, you just take it back to EFF36 and sell it to us, and we'll gladly buy it. You're gonna have to refine it though, because the buy orders are only up for the refined end material. So yeah, I hope this video has been informative, and happy mining out there. As time goes along, you can get yourself a procure built. Just go to the GNRJ. We have the blueprints, or we can just sell you one. And then we recommend, you just help us get more people out here, and we'll be in an opportune position to do mining as a group and keep the area more safe so you can mine by yourself. All right, guys. Thanks for your time, and happy mining.
Active.